What is up, you savages and hotties? In this video, I'm going to explain 9 unusual rules that are going to boost your testosterone 719% and make getting anxiety impossible. My name is John Fadul. I'm from Wellesley, Massachusetts. In college, I walked onto a Division I football team and became its starting quarterback as a true freshman. I'm the author of the novel Daydreams and Nostalgia. I'm an online fitness trainer with a cult-like social media following. There is a version of you that 10 years from now ends up a fucking disgrace. Pathetic physical shape, broke, pathologically lazy, looking back on this moment, physically ill with regret, begging the universe to go back in time and get a do-over because you know there is a version of you that 10 years from now ends up a triumphant savage, jacked, healthy, wealthy, generous, leaving big boy tips at restaurants, baddie wife with a mouth-watering butt and calves, emotional intelligence through the roof, high energy, high testosterone, loving your life. Matthew McConaughey and Ryan Gosling would have to fist fight over who got to play you in a movie. Big clean house, hosting banger dinner parties, the house everyone in your town wants to be at on Thanksgiving. This video will stomp the possibility of you being a fuck up 10 years from now, the thought of which alone should make you fucking shudder, and it will unlock the amazing version of you that 10 years from now is living a life that feels like a good dream. Enjoy. Rule 1, don't be an ungrateful bitch. Life is amazing. Gyms exist. Christopher Nolan movies exist. Hot girls outnumber even moderately put together dudes 2,000 to 1. You and your wife can get drunk at a dimly lit steakhouse, then go home and watch the Titanic and smash all night without a condom. You and your friends can hit the gym, then smoke a joint at a Coldplay concert. Every food item in the world has been hunted and gathered for you. Grocery stores. You didn't have to spend your entire life figuring out how to invent a car. The 90-minute drive to your cool uncle's house where you laugh your happy ass off and download banger real life advice not too long ago would have taken you 7 months by horse and carriage, and your life expectancy was 29. There are people who live in wheelchairs. There are kids born with disabilities. No prom, no bench press, no sleepovers with their best friends staying up till 2 a.m. watching Interstellar. And you're not smashing the gym like a grateful savage, eating healthy 90% of the time, calling your friends for no reason, crushing it at work, asking for the promotion, asking out your crush, making her your girlfriend, then your wife. You are spinning on a sphere in an infinite universe. The fact you're alive is a 1 in 500 trillion miracle. You're so lucky it's absurd and you have nothing to lose. If you're an able-bodied male with a halfway decent attitude, you can become 99th percentile successful by going hard in the gym and putting 25% more effort in at work and getting promoted. Zero talent required. Majority of the male population is skinny fat, chronically lazy, zero follow-through, addicted to instant gratification, junk food, TikTok, OnlyFans, pixels on a screen, freaking psychotic, toxic mindset, terrified to take a risk, terrified to step out of their comfort zone, $10,000 in gambling debt. I'm not saying if you're not David Goggins, you're a failure. I got expelled from high school. My GPA upon getting expelled from high school was a C+ average. And the only reason it wasn't an F average was because I was respectful to my teachers. I felt super freaking bad for them because none of the other kids cared. They weren't downloading the material. They were just using the teachers to transact good grades for Yale and Stanford. They weren't conscious. They didn't actually think about what it was like to be Shakespeare, what drinking an IPA at a London pub felt like after rocking the house, putting on a banger performance at the Globe Theater. They didn't actually think about what it was like to be Christopher Columbus. Do you realize how freaking terrifying the ocean was in 1492? They thought there were legit monsters. They thought there was a possibility the earth was flat, that they might sail off the edge and fall 10,000 miles to the underworld. Are you freaking serious? There were phases of my life where I smoked weed 100 nights in a row. There were phases of my life where I had the worst diet of all time. I'm not saying if you're not Jocko Willink, you're a loser. Nor am I saying you need to be a straight edge, straight A's, goody two-shoes. I'm not saying if you don't make $100 million a year, you're a failure. I'm saying don't be such a whiny, do-nothing, ungrateful bitch that you hate yourself, you piss away your potential, and just looking at you is freaking annoying. The bar is so freaking low. It's tragic. It's also amazing. Rule 2, use your addictive personality for good. If you have an addictive personality, you are the luckiest type of person in the world. You have a superpower. Don't get addicted to vaping and doom scrolling. Get addicted to getting jacked. Get addicted to crushing it at work and getting promoted so you can buy your best friends steak dinners and concerts, so you can buy your baddie wife a vacation to Europe in August. Get addicted to lifting weights like a grateful savage and eating healthy 90% of the time. On special occasions, have a blast, go wild at weddings, make your loved one's birthdays special, stack banger memories. During the week, you should be eating the same massive healthy Chipotle bowl or yogurt bowl with protein powder, blueberries and honey, over easy eggs and sourdough toast. Get addicted to stacking 15 pounds of hard muscle at 9% body fat. Get addicted to your father-in-law, who's the absolute man, who you respect to the absolute fullest, bragging about you when he gets drunk. Get addicted to your friends not knowing which is a better animal comparison for you, a lion or a fucking gorilla. Let's freaking go. Get addicted to routines that make your life better. Being addicted to Jewel or sugar cookies or OnlyFans subscriptions doesn't mean you have an addictive personality. It just means you don't have the mental toughness to resist instant gratification. Rule 3, be dangerously aware of your relationship with comfort. Most famous movie quote of all time, Usual Suspects, 1995. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he did not exist. The devil in modern times is comfort. You grew up well off. You went to a good school. Penn State, UT, Boston College, Patriot League, NESCAC, UCLA, USC. Same 50 hometowns and schools as everyone in your social circle. I went to one of these schools, and the people I met were freaking great. Not saying this to make fun of you, saying this to save your freaking life. Here's the major fucking problem. You don't need to take action. You can literally afford to coast. 20 pounds overweight, 20% of your career potential. You'll still get to the Hamptons in the summertime. You'll still get a good apartment. You'll still get a pretty girlfriend who secretly hates you because she doesn't respect you, who you settle for even though she doesn't fire you up because you don't have the balls to ask out your crush. You know you need to lose weight, clean up your habits, go hero mode in your career, but your nightly and weekendly temptations keep you a lethargic bitch. Flat, unhealthy, trapped by bad habits, everything you promised yourself you wouldn't be as a dad. You keep telling yourself you'll do it next month. You keep telling yourself you're busy. Meanwhile, Andrew Huberman, age 49, hasn't had 45 minutes of free time in 10 years, is jacked out of his mind, energy levels 30 out of 10. Ryan Reynolds is 49. He starts a new business venture every 6 weeks. He's unconsciously shredded. He could bang any woman in the world, yet he's loyal to his wife like a grateful savage. You can't not look at Livy Dunn's booty pictures. And you 100% don't need to change, which is why 99% of people never do. You'll still be able to keep up appearances. You'll still be able to find crafty phrasing at cocktail hours to give the appearance you're doing well. You'll still have the one shirt you almost look good in to wear every time you go out. You'll still always be able to afford beer or cheesy bread to distract yourself from the life you know in your gut and conscience you should be living. God still loves you, according to your religious family member, but it's you who has to hate yourself. It's you who has to deal with another season of not getting your act together. Underachieving, low energy, gut pitted with regret. You get one life. Do not piss it away, trapped by addictions to short-term temptation. The devil is not a red 10-foot monster with horns. The devil is comfort. Rule 4. Do not settle for a woman that you don't fantasize about living with in ancient Rome. Do not ask a girl to be your girlfriend if she does not fire you up, if she does not rev your engine. Do not ask a woman to be your wife if she does not rev your freaking engine. If you pick the wrong woman, you will be a stressed, bitter, unmotivated doughboy. The reason the vast majority of the male population are pathetic and toxic and mean and scarcity minded, and you do not want to be like them and get upset at the littlest things that are totally irrelevant and can't follow through on anything they want to achieve, is because they chained themselves to the wrong woman, and it's not the woman's fault whatsoever. They did not build themselves into the healthy, wealthy, chill, generous, fun to be around, McConaughey, Gosling, savage, worthy of attracting a high-quality baddie woman. If a woman does not want you, it is never the woman's fault. The quality of your life will be massively dictated by how much or how little your girlfriend or wife motivates you. This metric is never her fault. It is always your responsibility. Choose fucking wisely. Here is how you know she is the right woman. You fantasize about living with her in ancient Rome. You regularly catch yourself daydreaming about returning home from war victorious and smashing all night after a citywide party. You fantasize about living with her in the American Southwest during hunter-gatherer times. Hunting, tracking, sprinting, wrestling a buffalo, massive jacked back muscles, trim waist, jacked shoulders, bringing said buffalo home to your mouth-watering baddie wife who looks phenomenal in her cheetah print bikini she wears year-round, being congratulated by her dad who's the absolute man, being thanked by her hot friends, the hero of your community, dancing around a fire come nighttime, celebrating the massive massive W you provided, smashing all night with your hot wife, gazing up at the stars, contemplating your place in the infinite universe. Without getting too deep, realizing your insignificance in the universe isn't empty, meaningless, or sad. It's actually wildly empowering. You have nothing to lose. Here's what this means in real life. The right woman makes you want to hit the gym. She makes eating clean effortless. The right woman is automatic willpower. She makes you want to crush it at work and get promoted. You think about her at the gym. You think about her when you're smashing a big boy set of dumbbell rows, building your back into a freaking mountain range, or savaging a set of side raises, building your shoulders into iron basketballs. You are building yourself into a hero for your wife. You are giving her an aesthetic, visually pleasing, highly grabbable sheet of granite whom she can show off at parties and flex in front of her enemies and make herself feel great afterwards, which in turn brings you deep joy. You don't need pre-workout. You need the visual in your mind of her butt and calves. You don't need smelling salts. You need the visual of you and her hot and healthy on a long weekend somewhere warm at age 47, smiling and laughing at an outdoor brewery, loving your life, tan and muscular, euphoria. How amazing will the picture your wife's friend takes of the two of you be to see every day in your office? You enjoy being with her even after you bust. Explicit and real. Having a conversation with her is genuinely stimulating. You enjoy your banter. You look forward to pausing a movie and having a randomly deep conversation. Rule 5. Unfollow Instagram models. Why are you following Instagram models? Is following at @mrada making your life better? Is the outfit she wore to Fashion Week or the leaked screenshots of her breakup making your life better? Is the breakfast Alex Earl takes 0.5 bites of making your life better? Do you think bikini model number 71,948 is pumped when you double tap her photo dump on the boat in Miami? Do you think she's thrilled telling her therapist, "Yay, Ron Wilkins liked my picture. Now I can have a good day"? Real ball knower 69420 commented eggplant emoji, squirt emoji. Jesus freaking Christ. Why are you doing this to yourself? How about living in real life instead of pleasuring yourself to pixels on a screen of girls who don't care about you, who you don't know, who you're never gonna meet? Frying your dopamine receptors, wasting your juice, your energy, your life force like a horny chimpanzee in a Black Mirror episode. There is a certified baddie in your neighborhood with a butt back and calves that could have started the Trojan War, who wakes up at 6 in the morning and executes a weapons grade skincare routine, crushes hot yoga like a character Alexandra Daddario would play, thinks the meanest thoughts about how pathetic the average American's diets are, then bangs out 10 hours of work at a coffee shop running circles around her coworkers. Sharp as fuck. Mouth-wateringly hot, lethally intelligent. Here's a crazy idea. How about summoning the balls to ask that yoga thick impressive woman on a date? Worst she can say is no. 2 letters. If she says no, do not get mad. Do not get bitter. Use it as motivation to crush it in the gym for 3 to 4 months and crush it at work and get promoted. Treat it like a Rocky training montage and ask her out again. Even if she says no again, if you use her no to make your life 3 to 4 months better, guess freaking what, you grateful savage? You are now in a phenomenal position to attract a high quality yoga thick baddie with emotional intelligence through the roof and enjoy a cinematic, enchanted whirlwind romance. If you live in America, Australia, or England, high-quality, emotionally intelligent, yoga-thick baddies are in abundance. Do not get resentful if a woman tells you no. Do not get bitter. Do not get upset. Rule 6. Don't get drunk or high with anyone who isn't doing well in life. Do not get drunk or high with complainers, excuse makers, people who have issues going on every time you talk, people who creep married women's Instagrams bragging, "I would fuck the shit out of her," dudes in their 30s who creep college girls' Instagrams bragging, "I would fuck the shit out of her," as they lose $4,600 gambling on their dad's credit card. You know the type. People who complain about the logistics of weddings. Motherfucker, you got invited to a wedding? Most important day of 2 people's lives, and you're whining about the trolley from the hotel to the venue not having comfy enough seats? You ungrateful bitch. People who are getting screwed at work and who also just so happen to get screwed by their ex-girlfriend and who also just so happen to get screwed by their old roommate who you know to be a wonderful guy, who you lived with for a weekend in an Airbnb you split and he was nothing but a gentleman, and who also got screwed by their high school coach, otherwise they would have gone D1. Getting drunk or high with losers can sour you psychologically for a month. Do not waste precious mental energy fighting off toxic opinions from infecting your thoughts. Gossipers, complainers, pessimistic stoners, cynical bitch-ass know-it-all excuse makers, energy vampires. Remove them from your life. It is your best interest for your inner monologue to be bright, joyful, grateful. Life is amazing. What a miracle it is to be alive. Gyms, grocery stores, and Christopher Nolan movies exist. I can build myself into a hero in a few months of hitting the gym. I can work as hard as I want and crush it in my career and get promoted. I can build myself into a healthy, wealthy savage for my wife. I can drink 4 bottles of red wine with my wife at a dimly lit steakhouse, then go home and watch the Titanic and have a PG-13 sleepover. Life is amazing. Wire your brain optimistic. Only hang out with good people with fit bodies who leave generous tips at restaurants and who get fired up when a special needs kid scores a basket on senior night. And who, if they found out a girl they went to high school with started a small baking business, they'd buy 6 boxes of her cookies and message her on Facebook saying, "You freaking go, girl." Ideally, your friend's chill, wealthy dad told you this in his garage when he was teaching you how to change the oil in his car when you were 17. Surround yourself only with people who are happy and successful. Getting drunk or high past the age of 26 is a sacred experience. Do not waste it on a toxic, low-life energy vampire. Rule 7. Be a safe space. Be the person people can tell anything to, judgment-free. Examples: Steve Harrington from Stranger Things, Theo Vaughn, your cool uncle, your friend's chill, successful dad. Be the person people can tell their bad habits to and you don't punish them. You don't tell them they're stupid or fucked up. Be the person people can tell their goals to no matter how ridiculous or large or grand and you don't laugh. How refreshing is it being around someone who requires zero social battery, zero need to keep your guard up? Make people feel warm. Make people feel like it's December 26th to December 30th, snowing outside, they're warm AF under a blanket, holding a hot cup of coffee, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban starting up on the TV. The best feeling you can give someone is you are not in trouble. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care how popular you are or aren't. I don't care how long ago it was the last time you had sex. I don't care how many likes you get on your Instagram posts. You can't say a number that will make me not have love for you. As long as you don't have plans of predatoring a child, we're good. Life is good, baby. You are not in trouble. You can tell me whatever you want, whatever you're into that you think makes you weird, comic books, rewatching the same baseball game that happened during your childhood on DVD because it makes you nostalgic, what physical features you think are hottest on a woman, whatever dorky YouTube rabbit holes you randomly find fascinating. I might disagree with you. I might think your interests are stupid or boring or more pointless than AP Latin. That's freaking beautiful. Let's disagree peacefully while I buy you a beer. You are not in trouble. Our conversation is not an evaluation. We're two people spinning on a sphere in an infinite universe. I'm not your manager. I'm not your controlling, abusive parent. Nothing you say is going to be held against you. I would rather drink 3-month-old milk than take what you tell me and use it against you in the form of gossip. I have zero interest in gossip. Gossiping is for bitches. Heroes don't gossip. That is the motherfucking feeling you want the person you're conversing with to internalize. Let's either sit here in peace and quiet, non-awkwardly, non-performatively, and say 0 words and enjoy each other's company, or let's have a banger, zero stakes conversation. Instead of how's work, how about when's the last time you legitimately didn't want a night to end? What's the last movie that made you cry? What 3 comedians would you 100% go see if they came to your city? What songs make you nostalgic? Stay by Rihanna, Yellow by Coldplay, How to Save a Life by The Fray. Where do you most enjoy finishing when you bust? Probably too explicit for the majority of the population, but you get the idea, savages and hotties. Break free from the fucking script. Have a conversation where both parties lose track of time. Have a conversation where both parties forget what they're wearing, where both parties forget what they're having for their next meal. Have a conversation you're going to remember in 18 months. Have a conversation you're going to remember in 10 years. This is an area of life where you can stand out so beautifully, so helpfully, so abundantly abundantly. People cannot have real conversations with their coworkers. They certainly cannot have real conversations with their wives. They would love to have real conversations with their friends, but they don't trust that their information won't be leaked for social gains. You can be their safe space, which will be super enjoyable for you, which will make them freaking adore you, and the social gains you will make as a result will compound into you being dozens of people's favorite person in the world. Everyone will trust you. Everyone will feel good around you. You'll be invited to parties left and right. You'll have so many wonderful gatherings to bring your baddie girlfriend to. Your life will be freaking amazing. Your life will be like the main character of a TV show. Be a safe space. Be a person people can tell anything to, judgment free. You know how freaking good it feels when you're around this type of person. It's special. The memory stays with you. Be that person for everyone you meet. It's freaking magical. You're a blessing in everyone's life, and the most blessed person of the entire situation becomes you. Rule 8. Spend money on things that make your life better. Things you should be spending money on. Gym membership, YouTube Premium, Coke Zero, healthy food, dumb gifts for your wife that make no sense but make her happy, cigars for your father-in-law because he's the absolute man, HBO Max, True Detective and The Dark Knight, industry-specific books that are going to increase your earning capacity 250%, drinks for your boys, key detail without expecting one in return. Things you shouldn't be spending money on. Junk food, designer clothes, vaping, drinking when it's not a special occasion, drinking when you didn't crush your workouts that week, gambling on regular season NBA games, getting drunk or high with anyone you don't trust, dates with girls you feel the need to wear a condom with. Ideally, your friend's chill, successful dad told you this when he was teaching you how to change the oil in his car. You should only be sleeping with girls you don't feel the need to wear a condom with. How you spend your money determines the quality of your life. Saving 100% of your money is stupid. Being frugal is cringe. If you want a good life, you need to be using your money to play offense. You should be spending your money on things that make your life better. High quality gym membership where you feel safe and where everyone is wealthy and doing well in life. Tasteful dinners, well done vacations, banger concerts, banger tailgates leading up to the banger concert. Stacking lifetime memories. Do not spend your money on empty, sketchy, instant gratification. Tinder Premium, cheesy bread, any food item containing added sugars, junk food. Great thinking, freaking idiot. Clog your bloodstream with garbage that is literally making you a loser, making your crush lose respect for you, making you hate yourself, putting yourself in the worst mood of all time. Whose freaking side are you on? Why are you doing this to yourself? Dead end nights you wake up from feeling wrecked, knowing you should have stayed in and watched Batman. Do not spend your money on things that cause you problems. Spend your money on things, people, and activities that make your life better. Life is freaking amazing. Be a wise, generous baller, like your friend's chill, successful dad. Rule 9, don't small talk at brunch. Why are you small talking at brunch instead of lifting weights with your boys, building yourself into a hero for your wife? Why are you small talking at brunch instead of crushing a 90-minute deep work session? Social battery is real. Mornings are sacred. Matthew McConaughey, Future, Tony Stark, Iron Man, J.K. Rowling, they do not piss their mornings away small talking, draining their social battery. Sunday mornings are triply sacred. Sunday morning massively dictates your week. A bad Sunday botches your entire week, you're fucked. A successful Sunday makes it really difficult not to have a great week. Winners and losers are determined by how they spend their Sunday. Small talk lowers your testosterone. It makes you cringe. It's deeply annoying. It gives you a fucking headache. It makes you feel sick to your stomach afterwards. Do not small talk at brunch. Bonus, find a nighttime routine you enjoy that isn't destructive. The wrong nighttime routine will completely fuck up your life. If the final 2 hours of your night are setting you back even a fraction of a percentage point, you will be a fucking loser a year from now. You will wake up rattled as fuck. Your life will be a fucking nightmare. You will have wasted a precious year of your prime, and worst, the world will have less sympathy for you because now you'll be 1 year older. Your fuckery will be less tolerable. The secret to loving your life, the secret to legitimately falling in love with your life, is having a nighttime routine you genuinely enjoy, you look forward to, that doesn't set you back. Examples of botched nighttime routines. Ripping a bowl you hide from your wife, then eating Cheetos. Ripping bong with your shady friend and his homie, then staying up till 2 a.m. gambling on West Coast baseball games. Having a sweet treat every night, needing a sweet treat to fall asleep that puts you over your daily calorie goal. Mindless doom scrolling that makes you feel like a loser the next day. Any activity that makes you look back wishing you had spent your time differently. Your gut and conscience are wise. Examples examples of healthy nighttime routines: going for a walk, then watching a banger documentary, reading a book recommended to you by your wealthy mentor who's surprisingly chill, who you can tell anything to judgment-free, watching Interstellar, watching The Imitation Game, watching any movie or reading any book that fires you up to be amazing at life the next day. Watching good movies is not a waste of time. A healthy nighttime routine is not unrealistic nonsense like 2 hours of dynamic stretching or building your LLC. Jesus freaking Christ. You will hate your freaking life. If starting a business is your dream, amazing. If writing a novel is your dream, freaking amazing. Do you think you're gonna do your best work exhausted 9 p.m. to midnight, irritable as fuck after a long workday, and you have zero productivity, zero creative juice, zero mental energy? Chase the fuck out of your dreams. Freaking love it. Do what your bitch ass teacher said you couldn't. Prove your tyrannical dad wrong. Abso-fucking-lutely. Do not force yourself to make progress on your dream, on your goal, whatever it is that you want to achieve when your mental energy is at absolute zero. You will hate your freaking life. Do not do that to yourself. Your nighttime routine needs to be something with zero mental resistance attached, zero willpower required. Your reward for crushing a badass workday and a badass workout. Something you genuinely look forward to, not a freaking torture session you freaking dread. If you have a successful nighttime routine that you enjoy, it will be very freaking hard not to absolutely love your life. You grateful freaking savages, you savages and hotties. Life is unreal. You're freaking awesome. You get one life. What a damn shame it would be to not live it to your fullest potential. You can freaking do it. Getting good at life is about getting addicted to routines that make your life better. Success, therefore, happens on autopilot. Do not be an ungrateful bitch. Use your addictive personality for good. Be dangerously aware of your relationship with comfort. Do not settle for a woman you don't fantasize about living with in ancient Rome or the American Southwest during hunter-gatherer times. Unfollow Instagram models. Don't get drunk or high with anyone who isn't a good person. Don't get drunk or high with anyone who isn't doing well in life. Protect your time and your energy. You become the 5 people who you spend your most time around. Be a safe space. Be a person people can tell anything to judgment-free. Spend money on activities that make your life better. Don't small talk at brunch. Find a nighttime routine you enjoy that isn't destructive. Life is freaking amazing. You are awesome. Go maximize your full potential. Be blessed.